In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the CaddxFPV Protos drone, which is a full, ready-to-fly kit that you can buy. Now, this kit comes in at $350, which actually places it in competition with some stuff from Beta FPV, as well as a company called Hingzi that makes very similar ready-to-fly kits with an RC, batteries, mini drone, and headset. So starting out, if you've used one of the Hingzi drones or you've considered looking at the Hingzi drones, those are actually priced at $500. And I'm going to reference those in this video, but I actually don't recommend you buy those. The reason why I don't recommend is shortly after getting that drone, the sticks themselves actually crack the plastic where the sticks are embedded, basically rendering the whole remote useless. There are a couple other quality concern issues, and that kit is much more expensive for what I believe is something lower quality. So for the sake of today's video, we're only going to be focusing on this drone, as well as kind of touching on Beta FPV's equivalent. But Beta FPV also has a very similar combo priced about the same price, and I sadly do not have that for a direct comparison. But today I'll be talking about my experiences with this drone, how it stacks up to some of the custom FPV quads that I've built, also versus maybe like the DJI FPV system, and we'll go from there. So right out of the gate, you're going to have, when you open this box up, the goggles themselves, the controller, the RC, 3 batteries, the drone, the goggles battery, and then also the 3-way charger. Now I want to say that this drone itself is actually rather well built. On the bottom you have an optical flow sensor, so you can have this hover in place. You also have an infrared sensor, so this can maintain altitude, and that means that this actually ends up performing like a pretty solid drone. Now I want to clarify something important before we get too far in this video. This drone is purely something you should probably be flying for fun. And what I mean by that is not in any negative way, just that at such a low price point, you're going to have to make the distinction between whether or not you want to go through and get a camera drone, something to take nice pictures, or something that you're going to fly for fun. Now, those are both totally valid reasons, but flying for fun, for me, looks like having goggles on, doing some fun stuff with a RC and doing flips and stuff, versus a camera drone. You would have to go through and just take standard pictures. You won't be able to have goggles. You'll be doing flips. You probably won't even have an RC with a screen in it. Both are perfectly valid uses for a drone, and usually at this price point, you're going to have to make that distinction. So that is something you need to decide right away, because comparing this to a camera drone doesn't really make sense because they're built for entirely different things. When it comes to construction though, especially for small quads, this is pretty good. The camera is a small 1080p camera, and the goggles can only record the 1080p video directly on this. That also means that there is no onboard recording on this drone, and everything has to be recorded on from the goggles, which is kind of why I say it's not really practical to record video and take pictures from this, because the quality isn't designed for that, nor is it really practical because the video feed does cut out occasionally. Now that transmission quality is pretty solid. I have had some times though where the drone, especially when it hits the ground and maybe it's trying to increase its throttle, the power does dip, and therefore the transmit quality does also dip a little bit, and it cuts in and out. I've had a couple times where I've bumped into the ground and the transmission quality has dropped. So I have lost it maybe like 50 meters, maybe even 10 meters away, just because it gets close to the ground, and then that causes some issues there. Honestly, for this low of a price, for what you're getting, it's not actually that common of an issue. And also this thing is built pretty well. I had a number of crashes with this sucker, and it does still hold its ground. It's got little scratches from where it landed on the concrete, but overall, I want to say, especially from what you're going to be doing with this drone, I want to say it's light enough and also small enough and robust enough that you're really not going to have to worry about damaging it too bad. Also, it comes with some extra parts, some extra propellers, as well as an extra top cover, so that if you need to replace that, you can as well. So it is something light and small enough that I think is pretty safe to fly around. The goggles themselves, when you put them on, don't fit quite perfect for everyone. I have a big nose, and it ends up hitting the nose before everything else, which I guess makes it somewhat a little bit uncomfortable. Again, this is a $350 kit. There are some goggles that cost $350 alone, some goggles that even cost more. So for getting everything here, it is a minor trade-off. You're not going to get the ability to adjust interpupillary distance or be able to focus, or for any of you that have some vision augmentation like glasses, you won't be able to set that in here either. But that is kind of what you're expecting for this price point. I want to say overall the transmission quality between these is rather good. It's perfectly normal to fly. It's perfectly usable to fly. And again, for the quality and for the price, I think it's a pretty solid deal. You can directly control when you start recording on the goggles, and there's an SD card slot here, so you can record that 1080p feed. When you're using these, I want to say that the quality is adequate for what I would expect. Honestly, for 1080p video, for a good decent FPS, it's pretty smooth, and also it's very manageable to fly. Also, I need to do my normal disclaimer, which is I did get this drone for free. In the past, a lot of you guys know that I have had no qualms roasting companies that have sent me stuff. I have ruined multiple relationships with companies over doing so. So I think I am qualified to be pretty impartial and honest about my experiences. To name a few, I have completely annihilated my relationship with Potenzic. The Falcon mini drone from Hover Robotics put me in some hot water because I roasted it for many quality concern issues, even though I got that one for free. Well, yes, this was for free. I think my actions and reputation speak that I at least try to be pretty honest about when I get stuff. The parallel charger itself is also pretty well built. Plugs in, charges pretty nicely, and honestly, it's not anything crazy. There's no locking mechanism for the batteries. They just slide in and then the contacts kind of push them in. So it's not anything too crazy. You don't have to unlock them or lock them, maybe like a DJI system. The RC itself is pretty well built for the price. I wouldn't consider this an amazing RC. It is a little bit small for me, but at the same time, I think it has everything that it needs. Also, it's not super, doesn't feel super cheap, but it is plastic. And I do want to say, yes, the DJI RCs are plastic and some of the other RCs are plastic, but this is what I would consider more on the higher end. I think they did a great job for making this feel good. Also, the sticks themselves are kind of what you would expect. The buttons work good. Usually you can set in Betaflight the ability to turn off the arming when the drone is in motion. So if you have the drone picked up, you're not going to accidentally push this button. That is not the case here. If you have the drone in your hand and you accidentally push this button, it will turn on the props. So just be warned of that. But overall, I want to say the RC is pretty good. It has a lot of the standard features baked in and what you'd want. You have the ability to set the sensitivity on the sticks. You have the ability to set the mode, so acro, hover, etc. That's also really nice because the Stargazer, the other drone in this category that I've gotten to review, it did not have any acro mode, so that was disappointing. But overall, pretty solid here. Can't complain. And obviously, you're not going to be able to, in the controller, set the camera angle. You're going to have to manually set that before you fly, as you would with any FPV system here. Also keep in mind that this drone is not going to have a GPS system. You're probably going to be flying this within maybe 100 meters. And if you need a GPS system and a return home system, more importantly, you might want to consider getting a different drone. This is purely designed for you to be flying relatively close and doing something that's relatively small. When it comes to the batteries, I was getting about 5 minutes per battery. It did seem relatively small, so if you do want to consistently fly this, you may want to consider getting an additional set of batteries. But overall, I think that these are also pretty well built. While yes, the battery size was small and the flight time was relatively small, this is a small drone and this is a relatively cheap kit. So for $350, while I do not have a direct comparison to the Beta FPV kit, which is almost on par with the similar goggles and RC and drone and batteries, it is a similar ready to fly kit. I can speak at least to what I see here and what my experience has been with this drone specifically. I will say that if you're looking at the Hingxi drones, I can't recommend them in any regard compared to this. I'd highly recommend this over those. This just seems much more well polished, put together, and better quality. For a $350 kit, you're looking on par of getting something maybe like a Potenzic Atom or some other type of drone that you have the ability to take 4K video. And that is a trade-off you're going to have to make. $350 to $400 will allow you to take pretty good quality video if you get a dedicated video camera drone, video or photo camera drone. However, this is not that case. In this, you are sacrificing your camera quality with the ability to fly it real time with goggles. And I think that is the distinction you're going to have to make. If you want to fly purely for fun, which I actually really recommend people do, I find that a lot of the people that I know that end up getting camera drones, get them to take pictures and they have a justified reason they want to capture some pictures when they go on vacation. That's good. But I find a lot of people are like, well, I'm going to take, I want to get into photography and I want to do freelance drone work. And that's great. But I think a lot of times people underestimate how difficult that is. And they get into this with a camera drone and then they find themselves not really being able to get the work that they want. And then they want to start doing stuff that's more fun. I personally think this is a good drone if you just want to fly for fun. And I mean fly for enjoyment. This is not something that you would take pictures with, but I think I would really recommend this kit if you were just someone that wanted to start out with FPV, you want to get that experience in a relatively safe form factor, and I think that this is a really good way to do that. For what this drone offers, it's pretty solid, and especially at the price point, I think it's reasonable to get it to somebody as a gift. It could be great for someone that is just starting out, maybe a kid, and while yes, this is a little bit more risky if they crash it from a high distance, I think relatively speaking, it's pretty durable and pretty doable if they stay close to the ground. It honestly, at the end of the day, comes down to what you want to do. I don't recommend this if you want to take pictures. Obviously, it's an FPV system. But if you want to use this to have fun, I would recommend this to somebody if they were looking to get into FPV from a quick starter standpoint. I think this is an easy starting point. I've built my own custom FPV quads, and that is a lot of work. And I've also used other kits. I've used ready-to-fly kits. I've used custom kits. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you check out the channel for other cool tech-related reviews and videos, and hope to see you around. Goodbye.